the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the Miami Heat. For Miami, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Well, last year the Heat went from a team that could get up and down the floor to one of the slower teams in terms of pace. Is this the right tempo for them to play, Kenny?
Well, their core is older, and it makes sense to them to slow it down a little bit, obviously, to make things easier to get into your offense. But second to last in the NBA last season in their pace, I think you have to speed it up somewhat.
We go 0 to 100 real quick. Baby on that rap to pay the bill. And I don't feel it, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. I been Steph Curry with the shot, been with the sauce, Chef Curry with the pop, boy. 360 with the wrist, boy. 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick, real quick.
And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The fans are making noise here inside the Oracle Arena for their Warriors. So the opening lineup for the Heat, Deng and Bosh, your small and power forwards. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade, and it's Whiteside in at the 5. Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. An MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us, and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
Shots good by Bosh.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Now here's Curry. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Curry's got his second basket of the game.
Did you see that? He crossed the defender up and left him grasping at air.
And then exploded to the bucket for the finish. That was just an outstanding play from start to finish.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Curry against Wade. Down low. Here's Bosh. Warriors with the rebound. That's a 2 from Barnes. Offensive rebound. The Heat have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Whiteside, a screen on Curry. It's Dragic with the drive. It's stolen by Bogut. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. The big dunk at the end of the break.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
So it's Miami now, following the score by Golden State. Bosh kicks to Wade. And he gets the bucket.
Great pass by Bosh there.
And the Warriors with possession here. They trail by 1.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
Here's Curry. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Greg, as you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Riley Clark kind of molded him in his image.
Yeah, and it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulder ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to them.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Now here's Dragic. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
He talked about the impact of opposing big man Andrew Bogut, saying there just aren't that many 7-footers with his kind of game. A great interior defender first and foremost. We can't get tunnel vision when we attack the rim. He's got size and strength, and we can't allow him to bully us for offensive rebounds. Let's see if they can keep Bogut from having a big game, guys.
Thanks a lot, Doris. It's Bosh, that time on the assist by Wade. That's 7 points for Chris Bosh. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Curry. Again, Curry missing.
And Dwayne Wade, as we know, one of the best in the business at blocking shots from that off-guard position. Hard to think of a guard who has had as many swats as Dwayne Wade in the past couple decades. One of the best ever.
Great. No luck. The Heat have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Dragic kicks to Dang. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dang's got his first 2 points. Greg, you're talking about Wade on the blocks. Last season, he climbed up to 6th all-time in blocks, Clark, by an NBA guard.
Amazing. Actually has the most blocks of any player who is his height or shorter in NBA history. Even with his explosiveness waning, his timing and savvy allow him to still be effective blocking shots.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Now here's Johnson. Here's Dragic, and he makes good on the layup. Dragic has got his second basket.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Spates against Stoudemire. And Spates gets it to go. 40 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Heat have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. That's good.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely. 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
Here is Livingston. Leandro Barbosa on the wing. From deep, Iguodala. It's hauled in by Richardson. The Heat leading by 4. Dragic left side, and he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
11 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Stoudemire. Warriors with the rebound. And stolen by Richardson. Got it! He got it!
Just in time.
What a shot!
Unbelievable. When a shot like that falls, even the hostile crowd has to crack a smile.
Come on with it, with it.
And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range, he told us about his company.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Miami.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
On the court for Miami here in the second, they've got Richardson. Winslow is out there with Johnson. Then there's Dragic, and it's Stoudemire in at center, locking down the middle. Catching up on the changes for Golden State, Brandon Rush. He's checked in for Spates. Klay Thompson comes in for Leandro Barbosa. And Ian Clark subbed in for Curry. Thompson with the bucket.
That feed by Iguodala. Really good example of his passing ability.
Just watching Festus Ezeli out of Vanderbilt play. He's got the big body inside, moves pretty fluidly, adroit, good footwork. He's kind of got the whole package.
Yeah, he does. He's a space eater. He's very strong physically, good frame. He's a low down there, and what you said, the fact that he's fairly agile, makes him tough.
Just 3 to shoot, and the basket by Johnson. Johnson's got the lead back up to 7 now for the Heat. The Warriors shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Iguodala outside. Rush dishes to Iguodala. Drains the three-pointer. Iguodala's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
You know, and Ezeli missing a lot of games with various injuries from the knee and ankle a season ago. He can be a quality rebounder and rim protector, but he's got to find a way to stay healthy.
Wade can't hit.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
They set the pick. Passes to Clark. The tray. Ezeli kicks to Iguodala. Goes back up. They get it back. The Heat leading by 4. Dragic the pass to Wade. Johnson outside. Picked his pocket. The drive by Thompson. Another shot. And Whiteside sends it back. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Johnson outside. Good D by Thompson.
And Ezeli, originally from Nigeria, picked up the game late. Only played 6 years of organized basketball before going pro. So still developing his hands and offensive skill set, but clearly he's got the tools physically to play.
Thompson with the bucket.
My goodness, since when does he score off the crossover? Now I've truly seen it all.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Bosch. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. Maybe making those early adjustments will give them time to judge their effectiveness by halftime. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Bosch sets the pick for Dragic. Richardson, he's checked in for Goran Dragic.
Josh Richardson.
There's the screen. Trying to get back on track and count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And, you know, we saw Chris Bosh really ramp it up with the three-ball last season. I mean, we frequently see vets do that. LaMarcus Aldridge is a recent example. Extending your range is a great way to keep playing at a high level, especially as you enter your 30s.
And that one falls for Bosch. We're talking about Chris Bosh working on that three-point shot. Last year, he launched nearly 4 threes a game, while most of his career, Greg, he shot less than 1 a game.
Yeah, and Kevin, it's a blessing and a curse at times that he's shooting more threes. The blessing is that it makes Bosh so much more difficult to defend. The curse is that he shot his lowest percentage from the field last season since he was a rookie.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. They get Luol Deng.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012 after 2 seasons at Carolina. Remember also in high school, he was a teammate of Dougie McBuckets.
The Warriors making a switch here. Curry's checked in, and Miami with a change here too. Winslow's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Harrison Barnes, of course, went to North Carolina, grew up as a huge fan of former Tar Heel Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you know, interesting, his mother started taping Jordan's games on the VCR years before he was born. His given name, Harrison Bryson Jordan Barnes. How about that for a factoid?
I didn't know that.
Nor did I.
Green with a screen on Wade. Bogut kicks to Green. That's good. Wade with it. 1:16 left in the first half. They set the screen. Kicks it to Richardson. Now here's Winslow, covered by Barnes. 4 on the shot clock. Winslow's shot is off.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Livingston kicks to Curry. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Curry's got the lead up to 2 now for the Warriors.
They brought up their three-point percentage this quarter. They're shooting it well right now. The defense may need to think about making some kind of adjustment to slow that down.
Back to Wade. It's tipped. It's stolen by Bogut. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Curry kicks to Livingston. Screen by Bogut. Back to Curry. Off the screen. Again, Golden State.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Clock is clearly on their side.
Exactly, and they can hold it for the last shot, and I think they will.
The feed to Bosch. Dishes to McRoberts. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
The first free throw is good. Both teams deciding to change it up. Both shots good from the stripe. Curry can't get it to go. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. The Warriors on top, up by 2. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Dwayne, give us your perspective on that first half.
I like the way we started the game. You know, sometime on the road we start off slow, so I thought we got to the fight early. And it's our 2 good teams, so, you know, it's the way it should be.
Dwayne, thank you. Always fun to watch. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 12 points and 1 rebound. An extremely potent first 2 quarters for him. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Efficiency, efficiency, efficiency. The 3 E's, Shaq. That's all I got to say. They've avoided turning the basketball over, and that's a recipe for success. Now, here's how they do it. By sacrificing the highlight reel plays, you get good looks, and those home run plays will still come.
And over to Shaq. What'd you think about Miami?
The big positive, I think, their points in the paint. They were determined to work the ball inside of Ernie. It worked. It's always worked. I got 4 rings. I know it works for a fact. That's why they call me Dr. O'Neal, because I'm a master at being dominant on the inside. Anyway, you got to keep that going, because that will continue to open things up for them on the perimeter.
And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
It's been a solid outing for Curry. 12 points, and he's hit the mark twice from 3-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Barnes in at the small forward position. That's the Warriors' 5. Dragic against Thompson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Bosh has got the game tied up here for the Heat.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
Thompson against Dragic. Passed away. Puts up the baby hook. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got his 6th assist on the night. To the inside, and stolen by Whiteside. An even 3-on-3 break. And again, it's Dwyane Wade. Wade's got 4 points this quarter.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead.
And one of Goran Dragic's greatest traits, Greg, excelling in the open court. High energy point guard, a lot like you, speed to burn, very smart guy, coveted by many.
He really is. And Kevin, he transitions from defense to offense as quickly as anyone in the league, a la Tony Parker, except he's also equally adept at facilitating for others and spotting up for the three, or just taking it to the rack himself.
The Warriors trail.
And, you know, back to Goran Dragic, many of his transition opportunities start with his aggressive defense. Very active with his hands, has the instincts to jump passing lanes, the long arms, to pick off passes. Suddenly, when he gets a steal, he's off and running.
That's good.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
He kicks it to Bosh. Fades and shoots. The shot no good. The Warriors go the other way with it.
And talking about Goran Dragic, the one thing he has to be careful with is being over-aggressive on deep. Reaching for steals makes you susceptible to blow-bys and escape dribbles, and that can lead to uncontested layups and dunks for your opponent.
And, you know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
He's checked in for Barnes. Miami trailing. Well, going back to Bogut when he's healthy, he's a very difficult matchup for any opponent. Greg, one of the great rebounders and defenders certainly in this game now. He also, though, gives you points from the blocks and with timely putbacks.
You know, he's become an unsung hero in a sense. Not the flashy guy who entered the league, but more of a very talented lunch pail kind of guy who simply wants to do his part. Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Whiteside kicks to Dang. Back to Whiteside. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Bogut. Warriors have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And the wide open shot from Green. Off target from outside. And Miami shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Dragic dishes to Dang. Warriors with the rebound. Now Curry. He's got 12. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Outside Dragic. Puts it up from 12. Good on the jump shot. Dragic has got 6.
That's what I call a captivating move there. He absolutely incinerated the D with that one.
Here's Curry. Miami grabs the miss. Tang's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Dragic with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Bosch heads the pick for Wade. Outside Bosch. There's the triple. The offensive rebound. Dang. Soft touch off the glass. Tang's got his second bucket.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Curry outside, and it's D. Wade with the rebound. The Heat with the lead. Outside Dragic, feeds it to Whiteside, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got his 8th assist in the game. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
Curry passes to Iguodala. Bogut with it. Wade picks him up. A three-pointer off the mark.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
That's good.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
55 seconds left here in the third quarter. Curry against Dragic. Fires the three. Again, Curry missing.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Iguodala kicks to Green. Back to Iguodala. Shot from the wing. No good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
The shot is off. Warriors trail by 5. The drive by Thompson, and it's Whiteside with the rebound. Down low. And so the ball out of bounds. Bogut touched it last. Six seconds left to play in the third. And he gets the bucket. And that's now 9 points for Goran Dragic. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. And the final period of play just about to start. The Warriors trail. On the floor for Miami, Johnson is out there with Stoudemire. Then there's Richardson. Then it's Winslow, and it's Dragic in at the point. Rush outside. That's good. Rush has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Warriors. Well, Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year, they'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, and what's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year, and as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
You know, guys, for the greater part of last season, it appeared as though the Heat were playoff bound. Even with the players they lost, most figured they would be playing postseason basketball.
Livingston kicks to Barnes. Spates sets a screen. Off the screen. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down to 5 points. That time the bucket coming from Barnes.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you're better off sending them to the free throw lines than to have them get that good a look. And one reason why the Heat did come up short in their playoff aspirations they were very poor against other teams in the playoffs. So only went 15-31 against teams that had made it into the postseason last year. And it was a very public falling out between Goran Dragic and the Suns front office. That was a real tense few weeks there before ultimately he was traded.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors, Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Rush. Klay Thompson comes in for Leandro Barbosa. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston. Luol Deng is checked in for the Heat. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Goes up the baseline. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Curry. And, of course, Dragic was traded to Miami last season. Said he felt betrayed by the Suns front office, which spurred him wanting out of Phoenix and to South Florida.
Yeah, you know what? We'll never know the whole truth about that situation, but Dragic said they told him one thing with personnel and did something else.
And Thompson kicks to Iguodala. Spates sets a screen. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Thompson. And that's 19 points for Steph Curry.
They're simply living and dying from behind the arc in the second half. And I don't think that's the way to go here. They're trailing. The three-point shot can be used. They've got to balance it out.
Barnes against Deng. Here's Thompson. Chris Bosh with the rebound. Bosh has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Back to Whiteside. Here's the 3. And it's Spates with the rebound. Warriors trail by 3. Iguodala dishes to Thompson to tie it up. Another 3 for Golden State.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
Dragic kicks to Bosh. From the high post. Warriors with the rebound.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number 1 of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
And I'm sensing something special going on here tonight.
It certainly does have the feeling of a classic, Greg. Let's see which team is better equipped to handle the pressure.
Curry attacking. No luck. Dragic with some nice D. Miami's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. 4th quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Fader on the way, and that one goes long.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
There's the pass to Bosh. To halt the run.
It's been a solid outing for Bosh. 12 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
And the Warriors with some changes. Bogut comes in for Maurice Spates, and it's Green in for Barnes.
He gets them to within 1 possession, but that miss puts a lot of pressure on their defense.
Curry. It's hauled in by the Heat. Wade's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Dragic kicks to Bosh. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. 15 points for Chris Bosh.
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
It's Curry with the drive and the powerful one-handed slam.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
And the Warriors making a change here. Barnes is checked in. 1:25 left in the game. Wade can't hit. Warriors leading by 3. Curry with it. Wade picks him up. Curry's shot is off.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
And it's blocked by Curry. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
And guys, I think you've got to give them credit for the number of steals they've taken away. I mean, a lot of effort on the defense from them tonight.
Timeout called, the Heat. They're behind by 5. 58 seconds left to play here in the fourth. .58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The dish now to Bosh. Dragic kicks to Bosh. Here's Wade. Money!
Money there shaves a few points off the lead. And the later we get into this game, the more you're going to see him attacking the basket. Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And it's sent back by Bogut, and he commits the intentional foul. Here's Curry, and he commits the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
You know, mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion.
Timeout called, the Heat. They're losing by 7. We've got 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Outside Dan. To the paint. Connects! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated, in stride.
And they go to the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
This game's finally gotten away from them.
Yeah, it certainly has. I mean, there's not really much they can do at this point.
No good from Dragic. On the wing, Green. Wade is covering.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Golden State.
First free throw is good, and that stretches their lead to 8. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Rush gets the bucket.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. You were able to really help out your team on the offensive end. What enabled such a big night of productivity for you?
Well, I'm just used to the pace of the game by now, and my teammates do a good job of finding me when I'm open, so all credit goes to them. I just catch and fire when I'm open.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. So long.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
I will say this about Steph Curry. There is no player in the league more capable of single-handedly taking over a ball game than he is. What I mean is, Steph Curry's hot. Is hotter than anyone else is hot. He can beat you with his feet, his mind, his shot. The only thing you can be sure of is that he will beat you.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. You get jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.